When the glasses are on, the war has begun. I was about to do a video on why Harley Quinn's outfit in Suicide Squad is a sign of the end of times, when I came across what is quite possibly the most pathetic video on YouTube in August 2016. The Rickhead trying to be an SJW. Rickhead's latest rant is about how sodas can be racist? I mean, come on. You're grasping at straws here, man. I mean, sodas can be sexist, like Dr. Pepper, but they can't be racist. Then again, I don't drink Crystal Pepsi, regular Pepsi, or Coca-Cola because of their calorie intake. Orange Crush, bitch. But anyway, let's watch this train wreck unfold.
Racism!
Well, right off the bat, at least he lets you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, I remember Crystal Pepsi from the 90s, and I feel the same way about it now as I did then.
Yeah, I remember Crystal Pepsi from the 90s too, and my thoughts are also still the same. What the hell is Crystal Pepsi?
Just another soft drink trying to push forward an agenda of racial purification and push the brown soda to the back of the aisle.
I can argue that PepsiCo, with their advertising of Doritos and their beverages, is creating a nation of toxic masculinity, but to say that they're promoting bus segregation is a bit too much.
I bet they even make the delivery guys bringing in a separate door.
I may or may not work at a supermarket, but I can confirm that the soda does come from a different door. The freezer. Because then it's nice and cold.
And yeah, I remember all of those bring back Crystal Pepsi signs that were held up at rallies. They refused to show you what kind of rallies those pictures were taken in, because we all know it was for the Klan.
Alright, Alex Jones. We're not even a minute into this, and you're accusing Crystal Pepsi fans of being members of the KKK. Trust me, the only big corporation that's promoting the Klan using nostalgia is...
sicker than your average nigger killer, twist niggers, heads off niggers, fucking stink niggers and gators.
And what was out at the time? Nazi Cola. Nazi. Nazi!
Yeah, that was not the best choice for a soda. It reminds me of when they named that energy drink cocaine, but they couldn't find a way to change it.
And we all know what that means, don't we? Communism!
Wrong. That's very, very wrong. Nazism and communism are two very separate things. Nazism promotes the genocide of minorities, censorship, and blindly following a dictator. Communism actually wasn't that bad because it promoted equal pay.
Pure, unadulterated, white-skinned communism. Now they're trying to make us comfortable with going back to the heyday of keeping down the brown man and the brown can.
You're making this up as you go along, man. It's almost like you're trying to mock my videos because I called you a racist. You know, for saying stuff like this.
This is the worst thing to happen to comedy since white people jokes by black comedians.
Trust me, I know you've probably watched my videos and felt a sting of regret. Though I don't know if Brad Jones has.
But hearkening back to the days of the Crystal Pepsi Trail, you do know who built those trails. Slaves, and some Asians.
I'm guessing they might have, if that even existed. Are you confusing Crystal Pepsi with Oregon or Tears? Because those trails actually existed, and I only give a shit about the Trail of Tears.
Every bottle of Pepsi is made with the blood, sweat, and tears of our enslaved ancestors. And Crystal Pepsi is on the attack by taking out the black.
Are you implying that Pepsi uses slave fluids from the 1800s the same way Planned Parenthood uses baby body parts? Because those are both hoaxes. It's been proven. So your argument is invalid.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is dividing America. Plain and simple.
Why must everything nowadays be dividing America with you MRA scum? Ghostbusters, the election, whether or not Chewbacca Mom is body positive. You're all just coming off as attention whores.
This is going to make Crystal Pepsi drinkers feel vindicated crossing the street when they see POC, Pepsis of color.
You're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot.
You want to know the last time a story about crystals made it into the news? Crystal knocked. And do you know what those Nazis were drinking? Nazi cola. Nazi!
Yes, you already said that it sounds like Nazi. I did some research, and Nazi cola was actually first made in the 21st century. So, there's no way that the Nazis, who were mostly around in the 20th century, had any access to it. Do some research, you shit stain.
Does anyone else remember Pepsi's slogan from World War II? You've got the Reich one, baby. Uh-huh.
I think Rickhead's just trying to fuel his agenda by using reverse psychology on the people who gurgle up his bowl, using their concentration to make them believe the opposite of his outlandish statements that he knows aren't right.
I didn't enjoy Crystal Pepsi in the 90s, and if I didn't enjoy it, it has no business coming back.
Just because you don't like something doesn't mean that other people can enjoy it. Hey everyone, Anita doesn't like Doom and thinks it's too violent. That means no one can enjoy it. That wasn't sarcasm. No one can actually enjoy it.
See, I'm against the enjoyment of racism, no matter how sweet the taste.
True, but I know you're just facetious.
Okay, maybe I am a little racist, because that is a tasty beverage, and it could be the final solution.
Oh, you thought I would not see what you did there. What makes this video so puzzling and infuriating for me is that Rickhead is obviously trying his best to make fun of the Black Lives Matter movement. There are actual racial controversies nowadays, such as anything Trump says, the lack of representation in Hollywood, and people dying. Rickhead decides to say that BLM can get their panties in a twist over anything, including Crystal Pepsi. It's quite sickening and very, very racist. If I were him, I would be talking about how racist white people are nowadays, and why there should be a definite but different final solution. But it's not racist, because you can't be racist against white people, even when you're calling for their genocide. If they're the majority, then they can't experience prejudice. Now, you might say, wait a minute, Feminist Frederick, aren't you white? Rickhead's a racist, trying to use reverse psychology to create more racist. But really, did he have to bring Crystal Pepsi into his drivel? I mean, if anything, it made me go out and buy my first ever Crystal Pepsi. This is my actual first time drinking it. Wow. That's actually really good. That's actually pretty good. It's like I could taste the Pepsi, you know, because I do drink Pepsi, but yeah, it's like, wow, that's, you know, that's actually really good. So yeah, go buy some Crystal Pepsi out. You know, I got this from Dollar General. They carry it, so yeah. But anyway, yeah. Fuck you, Rickhead. Oh, and you bet your ass I'm going to be at the Jesus Bro stream tomorrow.